עומד מאחורי פרויקט ארווין, המערכת האוטונומית שמבוססת על רחפן להעברת נתונים בערים. אני שאלתי אותו לגבי אמזון וכו', אני מניח שהוא ירחיב. הוא שותף ומייסד ונשיא האגודה הפולנית לתעשיית הרחפנים, משמש נציג תעשיית הרחפנים הפולנית בתל אביב ובוונקובר. Mr. Dariusz, please, you have 25 minutes.
Welcome everyone. My name is Dariusz WERSCHNER. I'm the president of Polish Industry Association, the Polish Drone Industry Association, and I'm very delighted that I can today present you very shortly, but present you our industry in Poland. I want to say a few information about our market, about companies, what kind of companies we have in Poland, and how we can cooperate in the future. First, we have our market is not so big, but it's growing quite fast, 25% year after year. But very interesting is that we in Poland have a very long tradition of modeling and model aircrafts, and this is you can see here in this number that after drone technology become we start to do many of drone pilot licenses, and now we are the leader in the world in a number of drone pilots. In September 2018, it was 8,500 of drone pilot. We've got many pilot training centers, 87, and also many 130 instructors. Our company is spread countrywide, but the biggest center is in the capital, in the Warsaw. There are many kind of shareholders of our market. Many of them we have in our association. Mainly they are producer of drone systems. Every environment. Also we have some startups, some anti-drone system producer, and the institution of aviation, public and the military, some software house companies, and service providers and dealers of DJI, an example. I want to show now in the very short picture what kind of companies we have. We have companies like Flytronic or WB Group is a military companies. They build their own platforms. Here in example you can see the most common, I think, Polish drone for military purpose. It's a fly-eye drone for surveillance. But I will not talk so much about military companies. We have also a few companies that create their own drones for civil purpose, for civilians, for an example for monitoring of infrastructure. So in example here you can see flight UFO, and it's a Birdie construction. Birdie is very useful, user-friendly little platform, but it can be used by commercial users You can put any kind of camera, any kind of sensor on the bottom of this platform and use it for your in your cases. This is another kind of companies. In example, we have UAVionics here. It's a small company, but they have very good product. They have a very long range plane. This Tiguar is the latest generation of the plane. It can fly even 20 hours with range 1,800 kilometers. It can be they can be use a gasoline motor or electric or hybrid one. So you can use them as a surveillance drone, or you can put the cargo there. So as you wish, and you can buy this product from the UAVionics. But also, if you are interested in Poland, you can buy whole technology. So there are a few companies that build its own technologies, and you can just come to us and buy all technology. So after that, you can, in example, be a producer of that kind of drone. Of course, there are few very, in my point of view, very nice innovative technology. Of course, there is no time to say about all of them, but in example here is a Spartax technology that they made and prototype. They made and patented drone, which are let's say invisible in the air, because there is light from many parts of this drone, the same like the color of the sky behind this drone. So when you see on it, it's generally is invisible. Of course, we've got a few companies that they build their own technology to. It's maybe not anti-drone, but you can monitoring
drone motion in the air in the cities. So here example, you've got a whole system of terahexane with a matrix of radar, of microphone, of cameras. It's also quite common technology in Poland for an example for airports. But it was first part what I want to say, that we've got a very nice range possibility of our companies, our teams. But the second thing, I think the most important, is that we've got very good legislation in our country. Everything was started on the high-level conference in Warsaw 2 years ago, and after we signed a very important document. It was called Warsaw Declaration, and from this document we start develop a U-space environment in our cities. We start working for a DTM, Drone Traffic Management System, UTM. It's traffic management for countrywide, and also we start develop new law legislation. The very important application, let's say, in our environment in Poland is a drone radar.
because it gives us awareness about users of drone, about movement of the drone in our country, and it gives us a very big safety index. That our skies is very safety. As you see here, with slicer is here. Okay, here you see on the green column, you can see application downloaded by users in the Poland. And the blue line is a line which is the estimated number of drones. Now in Poland, we've got, let's say, hundreds of thousands of drones. But when you see level of incident in our country, it's still on the same level. This helps drone radar because we've got very big awareness about legislation, about how to use this technology, and we go forward. And now in the drone radar we add a new feature, new part of features, because there is not only one but a few more. And we can get some feedback from airspace services to the pilot of drone and give them information, an example, to stop the mission before mission in the city. Pilot should check in, and after get approval, they can do his mission. And now I will show you a movie, a short movie, when there will be two things shown. First is how this application works. So you will see a drone pilot, and before he will start his mission, he send a question for the airspace services, and after give some the operator of the airspace change manually this mission range and level, and after agreement the drone will lift their start. And second thing, you will see also the startup airvane and autonomous hangars for drones, which can automatically change the batteries in the drones, and it can be used in the cities. It's part of infrastructure in our cities. It will be started in half a year. We will start implement this system in our cities in a Central European drone demonstrator in Silesia region. But let's see how it looks like. This presentation we made for our Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki in Katowice. It's a proof of concept of airvane, and here you can see this automatically drone nest, how we called it. It was developed with ESA, European Space Agency, and tested in the mountain when we've got very low temperature. It was developed to warm up batteries, to get a very huge range of weather to operate drones. Here you've got developing drone on this. We tested, but it's you can use this hangar for most common platform, DJI, Volterra, or Unique. In the future, in our airvane project, we get because it's in progress now. We built that biggest nest for cargo drone. It will be more. It will be two times bigger. We want to install it in our cities, and the drone in the system will be transporting blood and blood samples between blood centra and hospitals. We prepared legislation for that, so I hope everything will be fine in this project. So as you see, this is a local airspace services. They get check-in from operator, do some modification of its flight, and give agreement for flight. Operator get this agreement, and after that drone can leave off. Drone can start and landing in autonomous, so this is how we want to change our services. There will be no pilot anymore, it will be only operator and the screen. Our system in Polish cities should, whole fleet will be operate in the autonomous. It's very important because it should be connected with DTM. 5 minutes? Okay. Okay, so as I said for you, we prepare with our association and Civil Aviation Authority in Poland. We prepared new legislation dedicated for BVLOS and autonomical flight that give us agreement to operate inside the cities, close the buildings. We will in the half a year start our seed project. Is a Central European drone demonstrator. It will be a huge area in the Silesia when you can check your system, how it works. Is it possible to deliver as services by this system and other thing. And it will be also U-Space Services pilot in GZM. It's a metropolis of Silesia. When we choose 3 main services as a smoke monitoring, illegally burning of waste, and transportation by drones, and we want to show these services in the cities. And in the end, I want to show you, this is a Droniada challenge. It's a competition. We do Droniada for 5 years, and it was more than 500 of young engineers with us in these 5 years. So I want invite you to cooperate with our industry. You can, as you see, buy products. You can buy whole technology, or you can become an investor in our companies or in Droniada if you want. After this Droniada, you can get very good, very capable engineers for your purpose if you want. So we are open for contact, for cooperation with Israel. We have a booth right here. So I want to invite to contact and to cooperation. Thank you for attention.
Thank you very much, Mr.